Hi guys, Miggy Make It Go here with another how-to video. We put out videos every Friday on crafts, DIY, home improvements, general business advice, and anything else you can think of. If there's something you want to see us do, please let us know in the comments. Subscribe to make sure you can see all of our videos. Enjoy this video. Hi guys, Miggy Make It Go here with another how-to video. Today we're going to be looking at how to easily remember things. The first tip I have for you all is to write it down. This can be helpful in a few ways. You can use a diary, a whiteboard, post-it notes, a calendar. You can put it on your refrigerator or even write something on your mirror. Writing lists that you can take with you or refer back to, or finding small reminders that you spot and they jog your memory, those are both good examples. Also, it's worth noting that some people find writing things down in their own words a good way to understand it better, which makes it easier to remember. That's a really good tip for if you're studying at university or taking notes during a business meeting. I guess you could also say that repetition works here as well. If you write the same thing many times, you're bound to commit it to memory. A trick that works for me is I tell someone. So if I need to be reminded to pick up some milk on the way home, I just say to a friend of mine, hey, don't let me forget that I have to pick up milk. What this does is even if they don't remind me, I see them and I link it in my brain to picking up milk. So just the act of telling someone, even if they don't remind you, I find is useful. This one is more around making sure that you really understand something, because when you understand it, it's easier to remember. So this is a tip that I found really useful when I was studying at university, but it's also really great when you are starting a new job or learning anything in your life. So I take every opportunity where it's appropriate to try and teach someone else or just share that information that I have. What happens is when you are in the position where you verbally have to explain things, put it into your own words, you really have to make sure that you're not just regurgitating information, that you really are understanding it. And that's how you ensure that it's really fully in your understanding and you then remember. So I find that I like to do this with whiteboards, a big whiteboard. I like to get up and pace around the room, or if it's something on a computer, I will make sure that I'm going through it physically myself. And I remember when I was at university in my first year, I think it was, I was studying some chemistry things. And I'd never really liked chemistry at high school, and it wasn't until I got to university and I started teaching high school, like tutoring high school chemistry, that I really started to enjoy my chemistry classes, because suddenly my understanding went from all right to really, really good, because I was having to teach these kids that were a couple of years younger than me, and it just really meant that I had to know what I was talking about. So it really, really helped. So I'd recommend showing or explaining to someone else the topic that you're learning about, and it will really help you remember. An easy way to remember things is to set alarms. So I use my phone. You can also use an actual alarm clock, a digital one that plays music. You can also use Google Calendar, and Microsoft Outlook Calendar has some really good functions in there. You can set reminders, list tasks that need to be done. So using technology to set alarms is a good idea, especially if you can write in some detail around it. Google Calendar is quite good because you can set it up so that it reminds you to do something when you reach a certain location. I have found sometimes that can be a bit tricky if I don't have my location services on all the time, so it doesn't always know when I reach my destination. Making sure your environment is set up properly can sometimes make it impossible to forget something. At the very least, it can be a good reminder. I have these sweet hooks by my front door, and that means I hang my keys there and they're always there ready to go. But my favourite trick is to put stuff smack bang right on the path that I'm going to walk. So I physically have to step over it to avoid doing it or forget to do it. So I do this when I need to take the recycling out, when I need to remember to take my cap with me, when I need to have my vitamins, I put them in the middle of the hallway. Just anything like that where I know I'm going to be walking and there's no way I can miss it. Sometimes shopping lists work well when you put them on the fridge. But as well as these sorts of checklists, I like to pack all the components of my lunch into a container in the fridge. And what that means is that I don't get to work the next day and then find my salad is missing the croutons or the dressing or whatever is the best bit. I have to say this is probably the most powerful tip for remembering things. It's the one that I'm recommending the most. If you have any tips for remembering things, please let us know. We'd love to hear how you do it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Just remember, we do put out new videos every Friday. If there's something that you want us to do, please let us know in the comments. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that you can see whenever we post a new video.